So starting off with attendance, Chairman Alex Farah, I'm here. Kyle Flynn, I see him in attendance, and I don't think he has the ability to talk
He's here in spirit.
Type right now. So he's here. And then Soren Zazer, are you here?
I think so.
And then Greg Nadell and Nathan Statterfield are not here. Developers, we don't have any of those here.
I'm here.
You're a director, though.
I'm also a developer.
Contributors, Traverse is here.
Travis, not like the city Traverse, it's Travis.
And the public. So we don't need to take attendance of the public. Approval of the agenda?
I'm back.
All those in favor of the agenda say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And Kyle says aye, so we're moving on. So I know, for those of you who aren't aware, of the shooting that happened at the STEM high school in Highlands Ranch, we just wanted to have a moment of silence for the victims, specifically Kendrick Costello, the families, and his family, and the families of all those affected. So we'll just have a moment of silence. And then just one more note, if anyone wants to donate to the Memorial Fund, there's a link on the agenda that they can do so. And then the only other thing that I want to say with that is I also believe that a donation made at Fifth Third Bank can also be made for that at any Fifth Third Bank. And then we'll move on to the public comments if anyone has any public comments. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of consent agenda items A, which all that is the approval of the next virtual meeting on 6/2 at 7 p.m. Eastern. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Soren, do you approve?
Aye.
And then Kyle, do you approve? Okay. Okay, we'll wait for him to get back. So we have 3 votes with Nathan. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He is. Then we'll edit the attendance to say that he's here virtually. Okay. I'll change that when we do the meeting, the minutes. Officer reports. So the only thing I put it it's at the top. So then by that, Nathan is a yes vote on everything except for the additional funding. So then we're going to go for officer reports. I talked to Google about the possible funding options. So it looks like we may have the ability to get $6,000 a year after our Google Grant for Change expires in September. Even if we don't go through Google Grants for Change, we'll still be able to get that additional funding for $6,000 a year. So that way we can keep running the sites. If we do need to do more than that, I can talk to them and see if we can increase it. Because I have seen, Soren, that our budget does seem to be on the rise because of another server that we wanted to add in. So
it was just for testing before.
No, I know. I was just giving you a hard time. Kyle, do you have anything to add? If you're back. Okay. I know Nathan isn't going to be here, and then treasure report. So Kyle he's making EMS for First Global and good stuff, and that's it. So then moving on to our bank balance. Give me one moment and I'll pull that up. America, log in. So our current balance right now is $157.48. I'll add what Nathan just put for the agenda for what we want to do for next season. Okay, so then matters for board action. Approval to reimburse Nathan, or $30 to Nathan for TOA badge ribbons. All in favor say aye. Aye. So that ends up in a tie vote with which means the matter fails. So next is approval of the annual budget for 2019. Next is the approval for the budget for 2019. 2019-2020. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So for those of you who can't see, the domain would be domains is $300, accounting services is $55, regulatory costs is $25, giveaways and marketing and team gifts is $1,000. Marketing tools is $240. Twilio is $1,200. Google Cloud is $6,000, which brings us to a total of $8,820. But that also includes the money that we're spending on Google Cloud, which is about $6,000 a year, which will most likely be covered by the Google grant, which brings our total after the grant down to about $3,000.
Hello?
Hello?
Cool.
Which brings our total server non-yearly cost to $2,820. With that being said, is there any other discussion we want on the budget?
Definitely, Twilio should be what is the word for that? Like, not. I don't think we. I think we should definitely invest in or look into what whatever his name was talking about and contributor about doing the email, texting, figuring that stuff out. But
okay.
I think the Twilio it looks fine to me.
Okay. Any other comments?
Again, it's not like we have to use. It's not like we have to use $1,200 in Twilio.
Well, yeah, and anything that's left over, we'll just save for next year and stuff and move.
Yep. So it looks good.
Okay.
I vote for it.
Kyle, what's your vote?
Why the hell not?
And I vote yes. So then that's approved. So next is approval to seek sponsorships to fulfill our annual budget. So right now, we will talk with I'm gonna talk with Greg on that $2,820.
Yeah,
He seems like that seems to be reasonable.
I want to vote to move that to that topic, the approval to seek sponsorships, to the next meeting, in hopes that Greg may be here
Okay,
to talk with him about that.
then we'll table that and we'll do that next time. All in favor of tabling to next meeting?
Aye.
Say aye.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to do stuff behind his back.
Well, no, and the because I'm going to talk to him in the meantime anyway to say, hey, this is our budget. Because we've talked a little bit about it, and I think when we came up with the total budget, he didn't seem too concerned about it. He just wants to make sure he has first go at it before anyone else, which I'm fine with. So next one is approval to raise an additional $9,650 for a short code for the 2019-2020 season. Any discussion that we want to have on this?
No.
What's the short code?
So the short code is a 6-digit phone number that we would use instead of the traditional 10-digit, like the 248-933-6009. That's a traditional one. This would be, instead of what we use now, whatever it is, the 614 number, it would just be a 6-digit code.
I would say no, because if we are moving towards the email-based system, like you had said, or even just keeping with the current system, I don't think it's worth that much for our uses, although others may feel differently.
Agreed, especially since we're moving towards what the Blue Alliance does, which is the Android app push notifications, the iOS, and the web app push notifications.
So all those in favor say aye. I am personally going to sustain my vote. All those in favor say nay. Yeah, all those against say nay.
Nay.
So that's 3 votes against, 1 vote abstained. Okay, so that motion fails. Approval to appoint Travis as CI manager without pay.
I thought we already approved him, or was that just as a joke before the meeting?
That was we were joking around with that.
Yeah. Okay, I approve.
So I vote yes.
So is this like implementing like build tools and everything?
Yeah, so basically implementing continuous integration, because I definitely see advances that can be made in how we're using it, if at all.
Okay.
Sure.
Hang on. Okay, so then that's approved. Give me one moment. I'm just going.
Oh, that's not.
I'm just going through and I'm just going through and just making sure this all looks good. So OPR, high scores. Give me one moment, sorry. I just want to do. Yes. Yep.
Aye.
Okay, so I think we are ready to move on to matters for operational matters for consideration. So the top. Okay, go right ahead.
Top focuses for summer league system. Going to be working closely with Nathan because some people just don't quite understand how that works. First Global, Kyle is working hard already with Rev Robotics to get that done. Team and Event Management System, that's EMS. Oh, Team and Event Management, sorry, not Management System. We're working on cleaning up our backend and data, just data prettification, beautification, and cleaning it up and making it easier to work with for people, our end users, and to integrate with First to make sure maybe makes some more of sense with that. And advancement tracking. We have a backend in place to track advancement, but we don't calculate it. It's not calculated in the scoring system, and it's not calculated online. So maybe that's something that we can do to make it a more fluid experience for people who may not be as familiar with FTC to track how a team, say, got to Worlds, so they can backtrack that way. Team and event map, just a map, a page where people can say, oh look, Michigan has a lot of teams, whereas in this area of the United States there isn't as many, so just put a little dot where every single team may be located, and the same with events. Stats page, OFAC is hard at work on that. Maybe average OPR, some high scores, some more in-depth stuff, or some more in-depth data like that isn't already shown on our homepage or on an event-specific page. Team event media, that's mostly complete. It's not very intuitive right now. It's kind of got some weird translations going on there. I skipped over Forca version for FGC. That's kind of what Kyle's already working on, and not necessarily a fork, just adding on to what already exists for EMS.
Well, no, with that I meant fork a version of the actual website.
Oh, fork a version, yeah. So we're gonna work on like fgc.theorangealliance.org or whatnot, so that we can post first global competition scores on a website. TOA text with my TOA, that is Dominic's end is already written on that. I just have to write the back end to connect it, and then OFAC will need to write a front end for that. So we're mainly waiting on the web app. Dominic is already taking care of his side of the deal. Subscribe by team, again, that's something that needs to be worked on both ends. Rankings, I don't know how that would work. Others, question mark, just open for options. So if you have any suggestions as to more things that we could do push notifications for, we're always open. Create an issue on GitHub as a suggestion. FRC text, I'm guessing that's a mimic of TOA text, but for FRC. Data hunting, since First is being more lenient with us, we're allowed to, I guess, accept data from a few other sources. Maybe not so positive on that. But definitely looking for more data to add to our website to further our current database, to expand it. Reports, every match detail. Alex might want to go more into the reports things.
So basically, the two reports I was looking at were two that have been asked quite often. Well, I wouldn't say quite often. Two were asked by very high-ranking people at either First or the GDC. So basically, I wanted a report to basically turn into a CSV of every match detail. So, like, for example, this number of things scored, this number, whatever. So basically taking the match totals and the match details and combining it into one report for every single match that has ever happened.